encourage people to buy and hold. I encourage them to say Bitcoin for their retirement, for their future. And that's because as the Congress spends trillions and trillions of dollars and is flooding our economy and the world economy with US dollars, there's no way that we cannot debase the value of the US dollars.
Hey, what's going on, Bull Runners? Welcome back to the channel. Ryan Huggins here, aka Win with Ryan. Have you felt like you're missing out on the next big move in the crypto world? Right now, a quiet storm is brewing and could change everything, leaving those who wait too long scrambling to catch up. Today, we're diving into the latest crypto news that could shape your future profits, from massive company takeovers to market mood swings. I've got the inside scoop to help you stay ahead, so stick with me because this knowledge could be the key to riding the next wave into the future. We will be heading over to X to check out all the breaking news that's happening in the crypto world today. We're going to head over to Forex Factory and find out all the red folder news that you need to know about. Palisade Inc. has been acquired by Ripple. We're going to dive deeper into this. And at the end of the video, we're going to get into the XRP charts, looking at very important levels of support and resistance that you need to know about right now. Plus, we're going to be taking a look at long-term and short-term momentum waves and so much more in today's video. So if you're like most people where you don't have the opportunity to spend hours a day doing crypto research, well, that is what we do for you on this channel every single day. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe right now. And also, if you are still feeling bullish about this current bull run, let us know by commenting 777 down below and smash that thumbs up. First things first, we're heading over to CoinMarketCap. Check out the overall health of the crypto market today. We're all the way down to $3.54 trillion total market cap. It's down 4.12% in the last 24 hours. There has actually been a large amount of volume, $213 billion worth of volume in the last 24 hours, but mainly selling pressure. Fear and greed continues to drip to the downside. 27 out of 100. We are in fear. Will we be dipping back into extreme fear? Make sure you subscribe today. We cover this for you every single day. Altcoin season index also dumping to the downside. We're at 26 out of 100. And it is official, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin dominance has reached 60% again. That means people are fearing everything other than Bitcoin right now for the main part for the crypto market. Top 6 cryptos by total market cap. Number 1 is Bitcoin at 106,885. Number 2, Ethereum at 3,600. Number 3, Tether at $1. Moving into the number 4 spot, we have XRP at $2.33. And that is why we have number 5, BNB. It has dropped significantly down to the number 5 spot, $996. Solana at number 6 at $167. Macroeconomic news that we need to know about this week. We had the manufacturing PMI come out. It was forecasted at 49.4. It came in under. So our manufacturing inflation is down 48.7. Then on Wednesday, we will be having the non-farm employment change numbers coming out. It's forecast for 31,000. Now, these numbers are subject to be impacted due to the government shutdown. These are tentative events that are subject to delay, revision, and cancellation. And then on Friday, we'll have the unemployment rate and non-farm employment rate change. Now, the ADP non-farm employment rate comes out from ADP, the company. The non-farm employment rate change comes out from the actual Labor Department calling these companies and asking. Heading over to X for breaking news. As you guys saw, Cynthia Loomer, she's continuing to push the fact that Bitcoin should be an instrument for your future retirement. I know a lot of people on this channel are XRP holders and XRP Army members, but you do want to make sure you're diversifying. In my personal opinion, do never ever buy or sell anything as we talk about on this channel, but Bitcoin is something to keep a very close eye on and actually have a piece in your portfolio on top of XRP, in my personal opinion. There are many other coins that our community thinks are really strong. You can head over to Altcoin Pro University, go into the altcoin picks section, and that's going to give you an idea of the other coins that we think can be strong over the next 3 to 6 months. Or if you're more of a long-term holder, we do also have the DeFi yield picks opportunities for you as well. Hold on to your existing crypto and earn yield from them. And here's a great example of one of the reasons, as you heard in the intro, the dollar is going to continue to lose money over time. Well, breaking the United States banks, Federal Reserve just did it again. Another $24 billion injection into the United States banking system. Make that $125 billion over the last 5 days. So you heard that right, guys. There's been $125 billion injected into our banking system because there's a potential banking crisis looming where people may want to run to the banks and extract their dollars, their physical actual dollars from those banks. Now, they're not telling us why this is happening or what this could be, or is it maybe just quantitative easing? Jerome Powell did not give us a heads up on how that's going to happen at the last Fed meeting. He did obviously lower our rates, just a smidge, not even enough to make an effect, but this is something to keep a very close eye on. For those of you in the XRP army who are very into the riddles, I did see this today, which was pretty interesting. David Schwartz had a post a while back. Now, this post itself is from a while back, July 7th, 2024, Roku channel number November 4th, Gematria calculator. Let's take a spaceship to fairyland. David Schwartz says, let's take a spaceship to fairyland on November 20th, equals 22, equals 589, mirroring 309 on 6/9 lunar. Now, interestingly enough, when we take a look here, you all have until November 4th to figure out what the Roku channel is. Then people typed in Roku channel November 4, and the actual code that came out was 1369. And if we type in let's take a spaceship to fairyland, it is also 1369. And here is the post of let's take a spaceship to fairyland. As we can see, he made these spaceships and posted them on X. And these posts were made in relation to a post that Roku made itself. This is your sign to stop scrolling and start that TV show that you've been putting off. David Schwartz calls his TV show, let's take a spaceship to fairyland. And on top of that, just today, David Schwartz comes out and says, does anyone else remember back when watching this station and making a phone call at the exact right time was the only way to play a video game? Which people are also connecting to a post that's even longer ago. So we have this post right here from November 3rd, 2025, the Pixo 2. And if you go even farther back to August 29th, 2022, you all have until November 4th to figure out what that Roku channel is. And people think they have now solved the riddle. So one, Schwartz's deadline was November 4th, which is coming up, the Roku channel. November 3rd post, the one he posted today, was the Pixo 1-1. 1 plus 1 equals Pixo 2. And Pixo 2 equals 122. Roku channel equals 122 in the Gematria code. And people are also connecting it to the fact that if you take a look here, November 3rd, 2020, Mr. Poole, who's notorious for having some of the most epic, crazy, futuristic posts that come to truth 2 to 3, 4 years later. Now we're on 5 years. This is not a test backwards. We're going to find out what happens tomorrow. Now, as of course, this could all be a nothing burger, but regardless, this makes crypto a lot more fun when the fact is we continue to watch the charts bleed out. Well, I'm more excited about the potential of the upward move, and we'll get into the charts here at the end of the video.
Do you love crypto, but are you worried about taxes shrinking your retirement nest egg? Here's the deal. Trading and selling crypto can trigger capital gains taxes, eating into your wealth. A crypto IRA fixes that. Per IRS publication 590B, traditional IRA gains like those from crypto aren't taxed until distributed. That's why we've partnered with iTrust Capital, a leading crypto IRA company in the USA, to sponsor today's video. And they offer institutional grade custody for retail clients that want to set up their crypto IRAs for retirement, leveraging top storage solutions like Fidelity, Wells Fargo, and Coinbase Prime to keep your assets secure. To get started, simply click the link in the description of this video, sign up for free, and fund your account with cash. They also offer 401k rollovers or crypto transfers, and you can trade 24/7 with just 1% transaction fees and no maintenance costs. As always, I'm not a CPA or financial advisor, so consult one for tax advice, and we do earn a commission if you sign up using our link below to fund your crypto IRA account, but that helps support value-based videos like this. And iTrust Capital already has over 200,000 crypto IRA accounts and over $14 billion in transactions, proving they're trusted by smart investors just like you. So click the link below, get started now by funding your account today, and let's create generational wealth together.
Ripple continues its buying spree, and it has now also acquired the company called Palisade Inc. Our wallet as a service platform will help power Ripple's next-gen custody and payments infrastructure, bringing our technology to businesses worldwide. Same team, now at enterprise scale. This is just the beginning, rocket ship. And the reason this is important for XRP and Ripple, this move makes Ripple stronger in the crypto custody game, which is obviously key for companies wanting to store and move digital assets safely. With Palisade's fast and secure wallet tech, Ripple could attract more big clients, and that might push the value of XRP. Their cryptocurrency, as you know, it's a big step towards building the internet of value. So keep an eye on this. So let's talk about the list of Ripple acquisitions at this point. So we bought Palisades today, was the acquisition on November 3rd. We now have Rail as well, which was purchased in August of 2025. That was a payments infrastructure. They also purchased Hidden Road in 2025. The exact date was not specified. They also acquired Standard Custody in 2025, details a custody solution provider. Medico, they also bought in 2023. So total acquisitions confirmed 6 acquisitions, with Palisades being the most recent. The sectors are now cryptocurrencies, digital remittance, payments infrastructure, and custody solutions. Geographical focus right now is United States, United Kingdom, Switzerland, and Canada. So an interesting acquisition today, some interesting posts and connections with David Schwartz today as well. Could there really be something happening tomorrow? Well, if we take a look in the charts, there is no symbol of flipping the switch tomorrow, or also it happens overnight. But stranger things have happened indeed, but we'll take a look at these charts here shortly. And another positive thing for XRP, investors now view XRP as a payments-focused play that could draw over $1 billion in the ETF inflow. So is XRP really the next Bitcoin? Probably not. And that's okay. You know, they say BTC, beta test coin, Bitcoin, whatever. But I believe it is carving its own lane, something that it is going to be unique for within the crypto community. And as we talked about on the 1st of the month, November 1st, they did unlock 1 billion XRP, and 800 million of those XRP, or 1.9 billion, was unlocked from escrow to an unknown wallet. Was that move done so that way they could make the over-the-counter trade so they could get the cash to purchase the new acquisition of Palisade? It's definitely looking that way. And in a crazy random post here, but Trump has now said that he knows nothing about Binance's CZ pardon. Now, what's really weird is this was something that he was kind of saying, yeah, I'm kind of excited about pardoning this guy, CZ. Apparently what he did, he didn't actually do this, that, and the other. And then a week later, Trump is flippy-flopping on this one as well. Also, a quick update for those of you guys paying attention to the MEXC. They did process $250 million worth of withdrawals. One whale, no problem. But then they froze 15 plus accounts who were trying to do small, way smaller transactions, 3 to 40 million, citing abnormal profit. Exchange reserves are at 112%, they say, for USDC, barely above insolvency line. They're not broke yet, just hunting profitable traders to stay solvent. If you're on MEXC, withdraw now before your accounts get to the suspicious activity treatment and they freeze and hold on to your money. And as we have a look here, Coinbase is looking to do an acquisition of their own. Stablecoins are becoming an important source of income for Coinbase, and they've accounted for about 20% of the exchange's total revenue during the third quarter alone in 2025. They are looking to buy BVNK. Coinbase is reportedly in late stage talks to acquire stablecoin infrastructure startup Bank in a $2 billion deal, according to a report by Bloomberg. And this is likely to close later this year or early 2026. Founded in 2021, London-based Bank offers merchants enterprise-grade stablecoin payments. Coinbase's venture capital wing, Coinbase Ventures, is an investor in the stablecoin infrastructure startup. And as you know, the Genius Act was passed, and the $2 billion deal would mark the largest scale acquisition amid a growing wave of corporate interest in stablecoins, catalyzed by the passage of the Genius Act in July. So back in the day, stablecoins was just an exit route, right? So you're in there doing your crypto trading and you would be having a bunch of XRP or a bunch of Ethereum or Bitcoin, and you think that cycle top is here, and you would go ahead and sell your coins instead of cashing out for USD fiat dollars. You could just simply put it in your account as any stablecoin, USDT, USDC, or whatnot, and then hold on to that for a market bottom, and then you would transition it back into crypto. But now people are using it for actual liquidity. They're just using straight stable coins. There's no need to use it only for trading anymore. People are just holding their dollars in stable coins in crypto wallets. Crypto market sentiment stays in the fear zone after the Trump deal with China. A widely used crypto market sentiment indicator has remained in uncertain territory despite improved clarity on trade relations between US and China. It comes as US President Donald Trump's reached trade deal with China this week. Crypto fear and greed index has experienced volatility over the past 3 months, and market sentiment can drive price changes. If fear keeps dominating, prices for Bitcoin and other coins might dip, but a shift in greed could spark a rally as well. So with global trade moves in play, this could affect how much confidence investors have in crypto altogether. So it's a good time to stay informed and get ready for sudden changes. And that is why you should subscribe to the channel, smash that thumbs up, because I do cover for you the fear and greed index every single day I make a video. All right, taking a look at XRP in the charts here. As we can see, the level of support that we've been talking about on Bitcoin at $2.23 is still there. So there is a possibility price does actually bleed all the way to that level. If we do lose those levels, then we would be potentially seeing minus $2 levels at $1.90. We've not seen below $2 levels in quite some time, except for the crazy wick to the downside that did tap right into one of our supply and demand zones down here, all the way back at $1.20. As we are here on the daily charts, we're taking a look at our long-term momentum wave, which we did slightly break it back to bullish here when we were back just above these levels, above $3. Unfortunately, it failed there. As we can see, our short-term momentum waves had swung all the way up to cycle tops at 100. There was a possibility of continuation here, but unfortunately, we failed to, and we drove this back to the zero lines for short-term and mid-term momentum. As you can see right now, those are on their way back to a reset to zero again. So there is downward pressure as far as momentum goes at this time on XRP and other tokens for a reset back to zero. Now, the midterm momentum, this white line here, does not have to get all the way back down to zero. You can see it has on the upswing gotten up, checked back, and then gone. It's gone down, checked back, and gone back up. But the short-term green red line nearly always ends up making its way to a top and a bottom. So right now, long-term momentum is bearish. That's why I'm telling you November 4th, flipping the switch, this, that, and the other doesn't seem like it's going to happen right now. We have momentum to the downside, negative, short-term, mid-term, and long-term momentum. Now, when we take a look at our weekly spider lines chart, which we haven't actually done for quite some time on the channel, we can see we're in a very precarious situation here. So the spider lines have been really, really powerful for us. If you're not familiar with that, it's based upon weekly support and resistance levels from in the past, and it creates these future support and resistance lines. Right now, we are at one of those spider lines. We're currently sitting at this spider line, which comes into us at basically $2.23. And yes, it did drop a tad bit below there, but these are targets for us to keep in mind. As we move back to the upside, we're going to be looking here at $2.81. And if we continue our momentum back to the upside, getting back into those highs, $3.63. Right now, though, all of our moving averages are bearish as well. So 10 exponential moving average sloping down, 30 sloping down, 50 sloping down. And in fact, the last time we tried to charge up, it rejected off the 50 back to the downside. So what needs to happen for us to build some momentum to go to the upside? Well, first and foremost, price needs to surge up, break above the 10 exponential moving average, and not just this little weak level here. We need to break this level right here where it held us as support once at $2.50. $2.55, I would say we could be having a little bit more bullish pressure there. We're going to be running into some moving average areas. Now, the moving average area is not really anything except for a psychological area where a lot of traders are like, oh, it's getting here, so I'm going to sell, or it's breaking above it, so I'm going to buy, which creates the continued momentum after it. But just wanted to point that out. Now, if we do lose this level here, and we're on logarithmic charts right now, we'll switch to the regular standard charts in a second. But if we lose this $2.33 level, $2.35 level, the next level of support on a spider line is at $1.90, which we have talked on our other chart that we just showed. That is also an area of support and resistance. So that has been an area of support in the past, as we can see here multiple times. let's just hope we don't get there, right? So that's what we're trying to avoid, is that. But a lot of this is pointing to downside momentum. Turning logarithmic off back to standard candles, we can see we just have smaller levels now. The other ones were like bigger giant gaps. Now we can take a look at these levels here. We are bouncing right here off of our spider line, the $2.27 spider line on the standard candles. If we move back up, we're going to be running into resistance again at 260, and then we have resistance at 295. But like I said, daily bearish, all three timelines. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. So the weekly chart, as we can see right here, we are above the 50 exponential moving average, but so you can see the difference here, right? So the 50 is sloping up, 30 is sloping up, but it's starting to curl down. So that's negative as well. We don't want to see that. If we start to get weekly bearish, we're in some serious trouble here, guys. Because as you can see, we've been riding bullish momentum on these longer term momentum waves. But right now we couldn't break above the 10 exponential moving average on the weekly, which was unfortunate. And this is what I'm really worried about. We had this massive bearish divergence on price, and that played out to the downside. You can see that is selling off. And what I mean is that the weekly long-term momentum is getting close to the zero line. If we break that and start to literally go back below the zero line, that's detrimental to price. On the weekly charts, if we look here on our short-term momentum, it has reset to zero. So there is very much hope coming, and it is going to happen. We reset back to 100 levels again, but there's no sign of that happening. We've got massive bearish pressure right now. Now that all could flip the switch tomorrow, November 4th, as David Schwartz pointed out and Gematria is pointing out, something crazy could go down. So we'll pay attention to that tomorrow. Subscribe. Thank you for watching.
Hey, bull runners, check this out. If you want to learn how to find the next 10x, 50x, or even 100x altcoin in this video, listen to this. Our research team posted GOAT on the 13th of October of 2024 when it was right at a penny, and since then it rallied to over $1 and is currently still up over 5,000%. That's like turning $1,000 into over $50,000. Our team called Pendle at only a $16 million market cap, or 16 cents, back on February 18th of 2023, all the way back here, and since then it's rallied up over 4,000%. That's a 40x. It's like turning $1,000 into over $40,000. Our team also called BitTensor Tau September 15th, 2022, before the token was ever even launched. And since then, Tau has rallied over 2,000%. That's a 20x. Our team even said Solana is most likely to be one of the easiest trades next year, and this was posted December 29th, 2022, on the day that Solana bottomed out at around $8. And since then, Solana looks like it's up over 2,500%. That's a 25x. It's like turning $1,000 into over $25,000. And the bull run is just getting started. The list goes on and on and on. Our team called Sui, Ondo, and even some of the biggest cult-based meme coins like MOG back in July 20th of 2023, the day that MOG launched. So if you want to learn how our team is finding these altcoins before they explode, we just launched Altcoin Pro University, where our research team gives you real-time altcoin picks with explosive potential for this bull run, along with 100+ expert curated classes crafted by industry experts to discover these gems yourself, on top of our live weekly calls every single week for in-depth crypto market analysis and daily updates. And that's just a fraction of what we offer inside of Altcoin Pro University. Just go through the link in the description below, get in right now, watch the 26-minute video covering everything that Altcoin Pro University offers,